Okay, so getting into this, when I first thought about doing this, I was going to have like a recording of me drawing and everything on my iPad so that you can kind of go with me as I did it. And this still is similar, but I have just the screen recording and it's sped up. So I wanted to do like a fall sticker pack, and I thought you guys could just kind of follow along. Please note that all of the time I'm doing this, I'm just kind of making everything up as I go, so there's a lot of like wasted time, and like I try to cut some of it out so you shouldn't have too much of it, but you're gonna see me like changing my mind a lot. And like right here's a good example where I just couldn't figure out if I wanted that or how I wanted it to go. And so a lot of it is like that, so just beware of that. So I started off with a cute little pumpkin, and I kind of feel like I had trouble sticking with the exact look of that pumpkin. I feel like I got a little more detailed in the other stickers. So you'll see that with this leaf. I took a picture of my dog the other day, and I thought this leaf was so pretty. And I was like, that's the kind of leaf I want. I want that as a sticker. So I wanted to add it to the sticker pack. I did a nice little outline. Just so you know, I am using my normal 3000 by 3000 canvas on Procreate. Someone asked recently, and I do use an Apple pencil. I use the newest edition. And that's just the one that was out when I bought my iPad. So it's really awesome. You know, there's a lot of nice pressure and stuff for if you want that realistic drawing look. Also, I'm sorry if it's really loud in here. I have like my nieces, and I couldn't really find a quiet spot, so that's what we're doing. So then I went ahead and dropped in the colors that were mostly represented on the leaf. And then I went through and actually blurred some of it, so it kind of looks a little more realistic that way too. I didn't want it to look straight out of the picture, but I wanted to kind of base it off of that. And I think it turned out really, really cute actually. I really love this leaf. I love these types of leaves anyway. I used to draw them all the time in like high school art and stuff. My dog's name is Leaf, not like a leaf, but like Leaf Erickson, and I just thought it was so funny that there was a leaf and a leaf. So right there, I was starting to draw a ghost or like a fall pack, and as you can see, I decided, nah, not gonna do that. So this one I was so excited for. I love like these types of trees and all the orange and yellow leaves on them in the fall. So I wanted to draw a tree, and I had no idea what I was gonna do. As you can see, it's kind of like not great at first, but I promise it looks better. If I remember correctly, I think that my recording stopped when I was doing this, and I was so upset about it, but I went in and saved the recording that Procreate saves. It's not quite like a screen recording, but it's similar, and you'll see that here soon, and that works out really, so yeah, really I think that once it cuts out, you'll see, sorry, I was like messed up for a second. I think that once it cuts out, you're going to see the screen, not the screen recording, but the other recording that Procreate does, which is a really cool feature. When you draw something on there, it like saves the whole progress, but it like speeds it up. And I don't know, I just really like that. It's fun to use if you spend a lot of time on something. So here I went in making some leaves. I was like, well, I'm going to start with, as you can see, I didn't add all the branches yet because I wanted to get some leaves in there so that it looked realistic, and then add extra branches through the leaves afterwards. So this was actually like, putting these leaves was actually more difficult and time consuming than I anticipated. So I just started doing this really pretty like red color. It's almost orange, and I loved that because if I applied an extra layer, it looked bright red, but if not, it was still nice and orange, which just really fits the whole fall aesthetic. So I really, really love this. I actually want to put this drawing of this tree on RedBubble separately and just buy that too, just for like a bigger sticker or something. And then I went and added some green because, I mean, I'm thinking like fall, it's changing and everything's not completely orange yet or fallen off, which is like my least favorite, is when it's not quite a snowy winter yet and there's no leaves on the trees. Like when it's a snowy winter, I don't mind at all. But the process to get there, I don't enjoy. So I didn't add too many green leaves. Then I was like, I want to go in with some, Laura's in there yelling for her dad. There's some orange I really wanted to add to get just, you know, more of that fall color in there. So I just blotched them everywhere, and I'm trying to think like, if there were a real tree in the fall, what would it look like? And then I decided to add some that were falling, and trust me, the shape fills out because I ended up doing a little trick to get that. So anyway, I added some more above, and then I went over here and I cut out just a few that I liked, and then I filled them in a little bit because it just like, it takes way too long to sit there and dot every single one. So here I am being kind of lazy, but I think pretty smart. So we went in and did that. I just wanted it to feel a little fuller, and a lot of the marks or drawings I was making were very repetitious anyway. Is that a word, repetitious? So it was turning out really, really well. Nora. So then I decided to go ahead and obviously loop those into one. And then I took the red one from beneath and I wanted to extend that upwards to give it the same look. So I did that, and then you could have seen in there, but yeah, there it is. I erased all the extra leaves that were on top and then just kind of like went in individually and filled out some more, especially in that gap spot. And then moved to the pumpkin, obviously. And then I added some yellow behind because, I mean, there's yellow leaves too. So I was like, if I add a little bit of yellow, it's going to fill it out even more, less blank space, and give it the same impression. And really, like with this tree and with a lot of these designs, I almost wanted to go, my dog's running, for a watercolor effect, but I know it's not entirely that. Leave, puppy, get down. But I thought that the whole watercolor effect is really cute for stickers. It's just like subtle and simple, almost minimalist, and still very, very pretty. I like drawing in watercolor, like on regular paper too. So then I went ahead and with that brown brush and just added some sticks that would be peeking through and behind the leaves to try to kind of give the impression of the actual tree more, not just the leaves. And I don't know, I thought that really added a nice touch. It just made your eyes see it better. And I think I could have gone in and added some more, but I think the amount I did was just enough. So, I mean, I love trees. They're so pretty. Hi, puppy. Yeah, so there's the tree. And, oh, and then I think I maybe added some more to the bottom side. Yeah, there I go. And then I went ahead and made that whole thing. I think I made it a little smaller soon, but then I decided I wanted another pumpkin. So I went ahead, copied the pumpkin, and then, hi Norbug. And then I flipped it so it's in the opposite direction so it doesn't look as much of a copy. Hi Nora. Yeah, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, sorry about that. Here I am again. So anyway, I decided to like go with that watercolor vibe with this one. So I went ahead and what do? You make it I forget, there's a button. I'm gonna look this up because it's gonna bother me. But if you ever have like a drawing that you filled in on Procreate and you want to color it without it going outside of the lines, because that can get really annoying, all you have to do is click on the layer and then click alpha lock, and that when you draw on it, it's only going to mark within the drawing itself. So that's what I did with the pumpkin. Gave it a little watercolor look, and then I decided to add another leaf. This is probably the least time-consuming one I did. It probably isn't. It's probably also the least well-drawn design on this, but I still really liked it. I like just regular leaves like this. So went ahead and made the stem, some little tiny veins in it, cleaned it up a little bit, and I was like, that does not match the vibe at all. Like, it kind of matches the first pumpkin a little bit right there, but not exactly. So went ahead with that alpha lock and just kind of gave it a watercolor dark, and I ended up liking it. So if you get this, you can get it in like stickers, magnets, or whatever. I tried to move them around to make sense. Oh, of course, sorry, I also had to make fall, duh. So I wrote fall out and then I believe I gave it a Gaussian blur, and then like copied it so that you kind of get a background with it a little bit, like a border. And then I kind of wish I would have kept this green, but you'll see here that I kind of do like a light, and I'm not sure how I like it. I don't know how it's going to look on a sticker, but it's not too bad. Oh, that's what I did, because I didn't really know if I liked the like tan on the green, whatever. So then I moved them all around, and I think I might need to go in there and move it a little bit because that leaf on the right, I think it's touching the tree a little bit. So I'm going to go in and probably fix that. And yeah, that is the design. Thank you for watching. My link and everything is below if you're interested in looking at more of my products. So I hope this was helpful to anybody.